Hi everyone, and welcome in my new video. Today I have once again, something new. As you can see, it's a mecha-quartz chronograph movement. It is produced by Seiko, and the name is VK63. And now already you can see that it will be Omega Speedmaster mod. I think the closest Speedmaster is the Speedmaster Reduced, both size-wise and look-wise. So let's get started. First, as always, I will try to fit the dial. The dial is already prepared, and it's just to drop it onto the movement and press it in. There is no screws holding the dial feet. It's just friction fit. Here you can see how nice quality the dial is actually. It took me a moment, but in the end I got it into place. And here it is. Now, when the dial is in place, I can start to put the hands on. As it is a chronograph, it has 6 hands. So normal hour and minutes hand, a small seconds hand at 6 o'clock position, a 24-hour hand on the 3 o'clock position, and 2 last ones are the chronograph. One big centrally mounted second hand, and then on the 9 o'clock position we have a chronograph minute hand. As always with all the watches, I'm starting with the hours hand, trying to get it as close to 12 o'clock position, and then I gently press and it should be in place. It fits quite nicely, and this white and black dial is really nice. Next, the minutes hand. I had some trouble with it to put it in place. It didn't really want to go on the Canon pinion. I think it's just a matter of quality. Not all Chinese parts are so well made and holds the tolerances. But after a moment and some help of the microscope, I got it finally on. Then the same problem I had with the second hand for the chronograph. It was quite tricky to get it on. I needed to support myself with a microscope, but in the end you can see everything is in place. So now it's time for the small hands. It was actually quite easy, just to place it on the pinion and then press it in with the press. using Rodico actually makes life easier, because you can hold it properly with your fingers, and then at the tip of it you can attach the tiny hand that you need to place on the pinions. And now when the last small hand is in place, I can start to prepare the case to fit the movement. So let's start with opening the bracelet to have some space to work. The bracelet links are held in place by special pins. You have to push it out and then press it in to close the bracelet. And with this tool it's quite easy, as you can see. But let's open the case with this silly little print on it. I really don't know why someone who produces this case thinks that it's a good idea to have this on the back. But for now it is what it is, and it will stay there. But now when the case is open, I can take out the movement holder and then start to fit the movement. Of course, the good idea is to screw the crown onto the stem so I can actually operate the movement. Later on I will cut the stem to the size of the case. Here you can see I was struggling a bit to put the movement into the case because I didn't really know how to fit it. It took me some time to figure it out, but you will see, in the end, I did manage. So now when the movement is cased, I can put the battery in. That is a important step in those kind of watches that needs electricity to run. And as you can imagine, I totally forgot about it. And there it goes. And after putting a new battery, there is a special thing we have to do. It's to short a point in the movement with the ground, let's say like that. And you can see here it's marked AC, and it even has I think a small arrow showing the hole you have to put, for example, tweezers in. But now after all this fight, it's time to put the movement holder, and then few small steps left to have the watch ready to go. Let's give it a quick clean, and let's try to put the case back on. Yeah, but you see right. Before that, let's cut the stem to the right size. To be honest, I think my phone had some problem and didn't record everything. So here you can see just how I'm placing the stem inside the case. And now one of the last steps, to put the bezel insert in. So first taking off the adhesive protection and then putting the bezel insert in place. Just making sure that 60 digit is aligned with 12 marker on the dial. So let's put the case back on and then close the bracelet. And here it is, ready to be worn. A very nice chronograph movement in a very solid case. It works as it should. The only small thing is the second hand that is a bit off 12. But I was fighting with it for a long time, and I just couldn't make it happen to set it directly at 12. And here you can see it on my wrist. It is a 39mm case. I have quite a big wrist, but it looks really amazing. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one, and see you next time.